if you have seen the recent election in Taiwan, which has caused quite a stir. Apparently, this election has some particularly intriguing behind-the-scenes scandals. Hou Han-ting, a candidate for the 1st District Legislator in Taipei, recently leaked confidential documents related to 3 Democratic Progressive Party (DPP) election strategy meetings held on November 20, November 22, and November 27, 2023. These documents contain information on the DPP's use of administrative resources to assist in supporting Lai Ching-te, expanding the strategies for Nationalist Party and Communist parties of China joint propaganda, encouraging increased intervention by mainland China in Taiwan's democratic elections, and promoting to the globe the image of Taiwan's democracy being oppressed. How could such confidential documents have been leaked by a candidate for a local election? Leaving that aside, based on the leaked documents, Hou Han-ting's actions seems to merely be the tip of the iceberg. The most significant aspect of this leak appears to expose serious inaccuracies in Taiwan's current election. Moreover, looking at the titles of these confidential documents, it's almost as if they were from a script. Today, I'm going to lead you through this episode, the behind-the-scenes scandals exposed in the Taiwan election. Based on the contents described, we can roughly summarize it into 3 main points. Manipulating government departments in Taiwan to implement election strategies. Firstly, the Democratic Progressive Party (DPP), in order to ensure the victory of Lai Ching-te and Xiaobi Kim, openly used administrative resources to assist in this election. They then requested the Ministry of Justice and Judicial Yuan to intensify investigations and trials of descendants from the Kuomintang, People First Party and the camp of Terrigao with the aim of political suppression. Subsequently, they also requested the deployment of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the International Department of the party to actively invite important international political figures and groups to visit Taiwan in order to attract external force to intervene. Additionally, they sought to influence military morale through military officers and absorb military votes. Following this, they also requested the Ministry of Transportation to control the number of cross-strait flights and ships to prevent mainland China and the Pang blockade from encouraging Taiwanese businessmen and dependents to return to Taiwan to vote. They also directed the Power Department to adjust power outages, sacrificing stability in certain electoral areas to ensure the safety of vulnerable electoral areas. Finally, they manipulated public opinion through television media, self-directing and acting to gain international sympathy and shape the image of Lai Xiao. Building on previous strategies, they implemented the luring the US and rejecting the red and shifting overseas marketing to domestic propaganda strategies. This involved strengthening ties with international political figures and groups, expanding foreign media investment, and then transitioning to domestic media for propaganda, creating an illusion that Taiwan has gained support from the United States. They then encouraged mainland China to increase intervention in Taiwan's democratic election, presented to the international media an image of Taiwan's democratic system being oppressed, and conducted extensive propaganda through the Mainland Affairs Council of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Following this, Lai Ching-te answered questions related to cross-strait security issues to shape an image of strength, responsibility, and unity. Finally, Xiaobi Kim answered questions related to cross-strait peace and international relations to shape an image of Taiwan as a guardian of peace, fabricating lies and manipulating public opinion. In the Taiwan media sector, the DPP has taken control of important media institutions such as Sunli E Television, Civil National TV Company, and Liberty Times. In this election, the DPP fully utilized the roles of Pan-Green Cap media to launch a public opinion offensive against opposing cabs. In the aspect of public opinion attack, they continuously expanded the propaganda strategy that both the Kuomintang and the People First Party are fellow travelers of the Chinese Communist Party, using fabricated stories to expose famous hosts of Sunny E television and political talk show programs from earlier times. Subsequently, they reexamined the campaign tactics used during the 2020 presidential election and repackaged it, creating a so-called sense of national doom, which is most effective in arousing crisis awareness among the people of Taiwan, thereby manipulating public sentiment. Ultimately, they produced the pro-American videos, added scenes and speeches of Lai Ching-te, and exaggerated the situation, creating an impression that under the leadership of Lai Ching-te, Taiwan gained support from the United States. Anyone who has watched Taiwanese variety shows and idol dramas knows that Taiwan indeed has a comical and embarrassing talent in this regard. Just think, the confidential documents exposed by Hou Han-ting are much like the gossip media shows of Taiwan, creating a hot topic for their own government. However, it seems that these so-called confidential documents that were leaked lack substance, yet they have managed to completely captivate the Taiwanese people. It feels as if the entire Taiwanese government is more like a production company, with all of its leaders and political tactics seeming like a self-directed farce. We wonder how will this farce perform on the international stage? How will it feel for the Taiwanese people to live in a place filled with scripts?